This is the Binding of Isaac. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I tried this challenge. Suicide King, it's garbage. It makes for a poor run in a lot of ways. Because it gives you Ipecac and it gives you Broken Mirror, which then the Ipecac shot follows you around. And it's really bad. And my mind doesn't, like... You don't want to hear it. There's me sandbagging stuff about, oh, boo-hoo, this run isn't great, whatever. No. That goes into some very dark places that I'm just like, I'm not enjoying this. I'm not feeling up to this at all. So maybe instead, do a little Samson run. We need to get to the chest. I like going up to the chest. We already beat the hutch with you? Okay. DTE2 SESP, which is a weird, like, someone with dyslexia decided to see that knockout gun from Deus Ex. I was like, oh yeah, the SESP. The joke here is that it's the PS, the PEPs, whatever. Number one, super good item. It is way better than Ipecac and Broken Mirror. Does it sound like I'm angry? Because I'm a bit upset. You're not wrong. Actually, very good. And even though we got hit, it does not matter that much. We are only on Burning Basement 1. But we do get that damage bonus from being Samson. So I'm all for it. Talk about changes to characters. Back in old Flash Isaac, Samson he got rage from killing enemies, but only like when it only lasted for the one room. So having it like be now damage based, there's now an item for it though, I guess. Nonetheless, now it being damage based and like a little more, it runs across the floor rather than just the room, makes your taking hits almost a little strategical. Like you find a blood bag or an IV bag, really, blood bank, and you're set. Like that's a good Samson run. Or here where I'm like, normally I'd be like, I don't know if I want to go in here. Probably I should have gone in here like if I was any other character, because there's plenty of red hearts on the ground. But now I got 2 hits. That's like 2 more ways to get me damage. Granted, we're only fighting Monstro. It is in this tiny room, so like dodging isn't going to be the best. But like, this fight can go a lot faster just because we've got those damage upgrades. Like if those black hearts weren't in there, I would, even though they, we could have picked them up, I guess, on another way. We could have like really gone for it, used all the hearts. That's not really that important, especially against Monstro. Magic Scab is fine. The luck up is acceptable in a way. We've got some hearts to buffer when we want to give them up to a deal with the devil, which is like all I'm looking for, honestly. What is in here? Curse of the Tower? Like, really? I don't want it. Curse of the Tower, when we get hit, summons like the Tower card. Normally, like, I don't like even using the Tower card, so why would I want something that when we get hit could potentially then hit us again? To me, it seems like a no-brainer to not take it. But I would like to get that thing. I don't think we can get it in one go, though, which is a problem. Especially if that happens. We should be able to get it here. There we go. 2 bombs for a Spirit? Probably not the best. Especially since we could have used our bombs to, I guess, get those other bombs. Or maybe 1 bomb to get both of them. But that's probably not too important. Little Horn is getting a lot easier. I guess that it's just a matter of me getting used to him. But I don't know, before it used to be such a pain to fight him. Now I've kind of like gotten wise to him. And most of the time he's gotten stupid to himself and does stuff like that, where he hits himself with his own teleporting bombs. We get Squeezy, which is Tier's upgrade, already adding to our pretty great limit going on. And we get a choice of Gimpy and Baden, which I want both of. So I'm gonna get rid of all my hearts here. Hopefully get something out of you, Demon Beggar. Come on. I love you. Ah, yes. Roid Rage is fine. Speed upgrade. Suffering, and then we get Abaddon, which just takes all our black hearts, but we get a damage upgrade for it. And Justice is pretty good too. Gets us one of each thing. So we're looking great. I don't know if this, like, crazy upgrade damage is because of all the hits. Definitely. Well, it's probably because of that. Like, can we? I think if we hit it here, it'll just go that, and nothing will happen. But there's a chance. I was kind of hoping for, like, a crawl space to pop up. No such luck, but that's whatever. Pride hit. It's just fine. I guess Pride took a hit to his pride. I'm sorry. I apologize. I have a question, though. We don't have boss rush. Oh, every time I say that, every time I'm like, this character could use boss rush, it's like, yeah, but then mistakes just happen. And you know, we go down this spiel. We're like, if it happens, it'll happen. Will it happen? Hell if I know. Right now, I'm focused on the fact that our damage is still really good without any of the Bloody Lust extra. So more of it is just fine. Now that I really wanted to take the hit there, but like, yeah, good timing, I suppose. Fear Shot, you know. I don't know, unless it was like in an item room, when, you know, now it's just going to be putting my money where my mouth is. If it was just, or if it was a, here's a deal with the devil item, you get Fear Shot, which I think there is one of those, I don't think I'd take it. But since it's like, here is Fear Shot with a damage upgrade, I'm like, yes, I would like this. Probably like to get hit less by that. Sometimes those circular shots and the fact that they chase you down, those guys, I'm still having a bad hang on. Working on it. No, I wanted Yuki. These guys are probably definitely the test of courage here, because they're just walls of health. Not really that annoying, actually, but definitely stopping blocks. We already found our boss room, which we haven't found our item room yet. We're getting hit, though. It's going to help us, sort of. And this is Balls of Steel, which is actually better than a health upgrade, I think. We're going to take Stain on. It's probably going to be pretty easy if I may gloat. And gloat I will, because he's just kind of like taking it. I don't know if that was fear or if he just sort of had an aneurysm. Not to make light of aneurysms, because sometimes when I'm talking and the words like don't formulate, I'm thinking like, man, I really hope I'm not having a stroke while I'm recording it. On the other hand, that could, no, that's, what, if you market it correctly, you know, it might make for an interesting YouTube video, and then it's like, maybe not. Maybe let's not do that and say we didn't, brain, and like, everyone's probably a little happier. Mom's bottle of pills, it's okay. Could be good if that Balls of Steel pill keeps popping up. Although it's not right now because we have a pretty decent handle on our stuff. 11 cents makes me kind of wonder where our shop is. Granted, I don't really have that much to go on that side. Speed down's not great, but I will accept it. I mean, we got Roid Rage, so our speed is fine. I don't know if Abaddon does anything for that. Full health could be useful in the long run. I'm going to keep saying the long run because I just want to think of the Eagles' lovely hit. Although I'm kind of biased in possibly thinking of Real Big Fish's cover. I'm sorry. I was a fan. You know, I'm still... I don't want to say that I'm that guy that's just like, man, ska music, right? Because, you know, there's one of those in every group. But I might be that guy. I'm sorry. I got a real bad weakness for brass instruments. You hear that noise and I'm just like, yeah. You had a mute to it and it's just like, okay. You're instantly one of my favorite bands. Telepills, not that great. Could potentially be good, I suppose, if we find ourselves in like a really nice spot. Should probably be pacing these out a little better. Just in the sense of, hey man, maybe stop taking so many pills. Lucky Rock. Lucky Rock is like when we break a rock, it will give us some... It'll give us a coin or two. So that could be really good paired up with Hagalaz. Or just kind of in general, be really good. But I mean, that means we had to find a room, and we had to find our Hagalaz rune, which I think we took with us, because we didn't have anything else. But then we'd have to go back for it. Seems like a good idea, since we didn't find our item room yet. And I would like to get that. Did you get our item room last time? Oh, it was Mom's bottle of pills. Haha, I'm paying attention. It's not like really early in the morning and I'm just like slowly losing my mind while I'm like, I should probably record some videos for the friggin' channel. That kind of thing doesn't happen. I'm responsible. That was a pause for audience laughter. You know, the three of you. That's a high number to risk this on, actually. Caffeine is pretty good, especially with our downgrade that we got. Though the telepills that we got for it, not exactly a fan of. And lump of coal is actually exactly what I wanted. Just gonna be quiet until, you know, not complain about.
One makes you larger.
Makes you larger. The other thing, the only weird thing is that I'm pretty sure we still have the regular damage. I don't think it took it down. It did kind of like resize them in a weird way. And probably do that for like the rest of the thing, where I won't be sure if we're doing super good damage. But nonetheless, we're working on our way over here. This might seem like a perfect room for Hagalaz. For a lot of reasons. Mushrooms sometimes give you pills, and also there are rocks pretty good about. I don't know if the mushrooms kind of count in the world rules, the universe laws as coins as well, but now we have enough to get into our shop. Might as well like work our way back. But if you could just not spawn anything, I'd find that a lot better. But you did, so I can't fault you there. Hit this. I think it did count, considering the absurd amount of coins on the ground. We got ourselves a good showing for both not only greed, but also just like shops well beyond into this. Hourglass is active. Bomb bag is not. And it's not what I would be looking for, but it's not an active item. So that's fine. Humbling bundle, in a way that's like, man, too little too late, kinda. Cause like I could have used it had I known it was there, and then picked up a bunch of 2 cents. I guess it's not exactly too little too late, it's just like, that's on me, I guess is the real phrase I'm going for. But we're in Death's 1, 11 minutes in. Looking pretty solid, all things considered. What if I could say, if I could complain about this run, that is certainly all the more, like 100 times better than that Suicide King challenge run. Like, what could I say about it? I don't know. I was like, I can't fly. That's actually starting to hurt me more than I should let it. Otherwise, you know, doing pretty good for ourselves. Getting money all over the place. Mysterious Liquid is very good, at least for enemies that aren't flying. Even still, I don't know. It might be a stat upgrade. Not entirely sure. Ah, dang it. I guess we don't have to deal with that room at least, and since we have these golden keys, we can just pick up 1,000,000 bombs, which is great. In our shop, we find a tinted rock, and well, Guppy's head is pretty good. Well, no, wait, yes. I was like, I don't know what my brain like rewrote in my head. I was just like, Guppy's brain equals Tammy's head, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that. I mean, Tammy's head is pretty good for certain things, but like the one shot, I don't know how well that works. Excuse me. I understand what you're going for here. You know me, though. I'm a sucker when it's just like, do you want Guppy's head? And you're like, yes, I would like Guppy's head. I probably don't want to get hit by Haunt like an idiot, but I did. And now he's dead, so I guess it doesn't matter. More pills. 11 party. Infested's alright. I found pills in hematemesis. Actually, hematemesis could be good. Hear me out. Slowly. We got enough to spawn. We had money well enough to spawn in a holy everything, an arcade. And hematemesis brings you down to 1 heart, like red heart. If you've got like 4 full red heart containers and you take it, you drop red hearts on the ground and you go to 1 heart. If you've got 1 heart container, like I do, you stay at that health and then drop a bunch of hearts on the ground. So it sounds pretty useful to probably do that. We could potentially just get a whole bunch of money, like so. Which would also be really good. Wait, I used the balls of steel pill instead of holding on to it. Guys, there might be something wrong with my actual brain. That I'm making dumb mistakes. Some would just call those gameplay features of the MaelstromTier variety. No, you shouldn't. It definitely is hurting us in our possible chance for boss rush, but you know, let's not worry about that too much. Let's worry about not getting hit. Doing pretty well so far. Oh, I didn't get that enough to... I should have popped Guppy's head faster. Then I wouldn't have... Then I would have 2 charges to use. And also, maybe here. It's good. Now we can avoid having to hurt ourselves. Not that really hurting ourselves is like too awful bad. They're just going to give us a bunch of bombs to say, here, throw yourself onto it. Short answer, no arcade, no blood bank. It's not a loss in a way. In like the plan didn't work. Like, sure. But I think this is pretty good. Also, maybe just want to do this now. You. Another thing I might consider now, instead of going with hematemesis, we go with telepills so that we can go to the bomb fight as quick as possible, do boss rush, and then be able to teleport out of it. I mean, sometimes you can just, telepill. Some people like to not do boss rush, but take the item and warp out of there, and it's kind of like a loophole in that way. But I think if we just, like, rush our way to the boss room, do boss rush, get some really good items because of it, and also just the you completed boss rush, hooray, kind of thing, I think we could have something good going on here. Hematemesis again. So, like, that's still a viable option. Playing that thing is also pretty good. Not really sure if I want to right now. I mean, obviously not. It's the whole plan thing we're talking about here. You want to get down with this room as fast as possible. You guys, please. Beg of you. I think we've got a good shot at the title. The title being, I don't know. Too much Evo. I mean, it was enough when Manabu Igaki's family came on the scene and everything they did was related to puns, and it was awful. It was like, I have to put this down. I have to stop and breathe and know what real words sound like now. I thought I was bad about puns sometimes, or just overdoing like silly references to things, but man, this fictional family takes it to a whole other level that I simultaneously admire and also just absolutely loathe. Forces me to take a look at myself and go, this is what I sound like to other people, don't I? Making references to the Eagles and other really, really, some would say low effort. I'd like to say low caliber, like a rifle. Low caliber puns and jokes. I guess they could be like really low, like literally low brow. I'm not just like making fart jokes all over the place. Which I could be, you know, like that was the thing that everyone was asking for. It was like, where's the air horn button, Adam? Where is the just occasional fart noise? It's probably never going to happen. Don't worry. Instead, what is going to happen is his mom fight. Just regular mom, but still could be good. I don't know if these wall spots get creep damage as well, but it looks like the mom's foot does, so that could be good. I should stop taking damage like that, even though, you know, you hurting me only makes me stronger, in a way, like a literal way. Like that's the whole point of my character. We get in here. X-ray vision's pretty good, but I gotta hand it to Cricket's body because I like the Tiers upgrade, and I also like running into stuff. Now, the splash damage is super good. The good news, I guess, in a way, is like we are gonna make a really good amount of damage here if we take damage. Like we're gonna stack it up to a point where hopefully we can like mitigate the bad stuff coming to us. At the same time, maybe we don't want to take so much dumb damage. That seems mildly reasonable, I would think. That's not too hard to ask, but that's on me. I gotta make it happen, which means that I gotta like get into serious stance mode. It means that the recording is now probably just a bit askewed. And, you know, nothing like making a recording really bad in order to, I don't know. It's the quality that you don't deserve, but maybe you expect when it comes to the MaelstromTier industry caliber. You know, low caliber, like the rifles, like the jokes. Okay, that was truly awful. Gimpy is not giving out hearts as much as I thought it did, like, especially in the seeing it in action before. It seems like it was just like, every 3 hits or so, you have a good chance to get a spirit heart in. Instead, it just seems to spawn a lot of red hearts, which could be useful if I had red hearts. I don't. I mean, that's pretty obvious. You didn't see that. Ow, dang it. Ah, the bloat. It's like good things were happening and then the bloat happened. Well, good things are still happening pretty well. They're like, you're doing great for some boss rush shenanigans. And I think that, you know, we'll do fine for the rest of the run. Sometimes, I have to admit, I kind of sacrifice things in order to make at least like, well, boss rush will work, so we'll kind of get one thing good going. But I think I am mildly surprised that I didn't hear any damage taking in that last one. But I think that, alright, we're doing good. We'll do good and continue to, like, be alright. Now I just gotta, you know, find something to talk about bad damage. Yeah, no. How about just like, you know, seen Epo lately? I haven't. I'm still stuck in like chapter 300 something. You're like, that sounds like a lot. And for like 20 pages a chapter, it's not really that much. There's a couple things that, you know, feels like you should go back and check out. There are some really good fights. It definitely showcases that, like, this is the sports / boxing manga that everybody tries to ascribe to want to be. just like, here is character staple, here is this guy, you know, fighting happens, here's how this tournament plays out. A lot of story beats that I've seen before, I'm just like, oh, I guess maybe this is where it kind of originated from. Kind of surprised that this, like, is still going, if I may say so. I know that they did an overhaul for Afterbirth to the, like, boss rush kind of system. But I can't tell if this is just, like, actually all the bosses, like a true boss rush, or if it's just an absurd amount that I'm just unfamiliar with. It doesn't help that hooking... I just want, you know, Bomb Bag to stop offering me troll bombs every time that it does its thing. Instead it's just like, hey, do you want, like, a chase you down kind of bomb? Like, that seems like a thing that you want in the middle of this chaos right now. Like, you're not trying to focus on a bunch of other things. Samson's chain appeared in the basement. Pupa Duplex is right in our hands. It's pretty good. I don't think it's gonna look as good as that when we get down to the next thing. We will telepills out of here, like I planned to. Also, we got Samson's chain. Apparently, I didn't get that in my like original regular save. So hooray there. Also, I took those for no good reason. Now is the time where we break stuff. And by that I mean, oh, you can probably skip ahead. Well, put an annotation in me. It's not gonna happen. That sounds like it requires work. No, but like, this is the part. You can get up. Go get a drink. I've got one sitting here that I've been like eyeing for a while now. Like, oh man, I've only been talking for like 30 plus minutes. Maybe a drink would be a really good idea, but I don't want. I really hate those guys that do that and stuff. They're like, I understand a lot of recording, the channels that do a whole like absolute mess of recording. They have no time to sit down and probably do some eating. At the same time, like, maybe don't eat directly into the microphone. Maybe the person who's doing the editing can just like cut out, not exactly, but like lower on that a little. This is MaelstromTier's complaint of other people that are way more successful than me. Come on. I'm sorry. It's, you know, it's almost considerable to like, what was that thing in Half in the Bag? It was like, this is Jay giving a really high like David Fincher lessons about directing. Like, I mean, I'll say them because I think that they're important to say, but like, I'm probably not the authority to be looking at. 8-inch nails, super good, even though we don't get the benefit of the actual look of it. I don't think we get anything for Mom's Key. Trinket Room might be okay. We get Mother transformation, which gets us a little knife behind us. I don't think it does anything more than that. But I guess it's fine in a way. This... Yeah, take Butt Penny, because why not? We got the Trinket Space Room now, right? Yeah, if I haven't gotten Butt Penny yet, well, you know, it's pretty obvious, or not obvious, but pick up a penny, then you fart. I don't know if it does damage. It might be just like a butterbean kind of fart where you just push the guy back. So as you can tell, it's like a pretty like S rank kind of trinket going on here. Wiggle Worm could be pretty good too. If I had to think of something to get rid of, it would probably be Lucky Rock. Not Bud Penny though. Like, seriously, Bud Penny, pretty solid. I mean, Lucky Rock could have its merits in, like, if we blow stuff up. I'm kind of thinking no. No says it takes all the active items out of the pool. So if we get an item that shows up, it's going to be passive, which is good, because I kind of want to keep Guppy's head. The only other Guppy item I can think of is Guppy's paw. Could be good, could be definitely useful for us, but, like, I think we need it. I'm not sure we need much of anything, judging by the way that we're going right now. I can see Forever just adds to that downright hilarity. I think Cricket's body and the Toxic Avenger, whatever it's supposed to be called, they kind of definitely work off each other, because the shot hits, it bounces around, or it spreads out, and then that just spreads. I'm basically those dudes from Red Alert 2, the ones that I think I want to say like Iraq has. The Desolators. You put them down and they do like radiation damage. It's pretty good against infantry units. It's me. It's me right now. This is the part where I would say Desolator, you know, Desolator kind of thing, but for all the playing of Red Alert 2 that I've done in Yuri's Revenge, probably more Yuri's Revenge than anything, it's not happening. All I can think of is just like the Mirage tanks, because they're just like nothing here but us trees. And then I think of just having a giant wall of them while the AI doesn't know what to do when they send out stuff, or when they send out their ore miners out of their camp, and then they just mysteriously die by this random forest in the middle of the road. They're like, man, we just suddenly turned into The Last of Us, because there are trees all over this beautiful city. Oh, and now everything is dead and on fire. To quote one, They Might Be Giants. Hey, remember when I said it would be great for flying? Well, suck it, we're flying. It's pretty good. Hematomesis. It's not going to do much. I don't think we have an arcade, and I don't know if I'd really want to get rid of this Eternal Heart. I don't think we'd get the chance to use the Polaroid attachment, like, rule very well right now. At least now we can get rid of this creep. That man's done. We get a whole lot of nothing. Well, these spiders are fine, I guess. The two that survived. And we move up. Up and on with our lives. Euro 2. Extra stuff. I don't think we got into a... I don't know if we got into our second secret room. Maybe our first one. There might have been a secret room I missed. I'm very sorry. If I may, you know, in my honor, in my defense, your honor, sorry. I'm not, you know, not good at this judge talk thing. That's why I talk here. If I had to talk for serious things like judge talk things, then I couldn't. Because this is the whole point. In my defense, this run's going pretty good right now. Would be a good idea, though, maybe to have one of those stenographers. Just a confidant of someone who's recording the stupid inane babbling that I'm saying, so that later, or possibly in a more factual sense, like a video game with an objective marker that's constantly on your HUD, it would just be there to like, hey, stay on topic, please, for the love of everything I hold dear. It's just the representative in my, that like, it's the cartoon thing where they go inside your head and it's just tiny visual representations of yourself. That's me, but like that stenographer guy is asleep on the job. Or just going, please pay attention. I'm trying to give you the notes. You just don't listen. Dear God, stop talking for 1 second and understand what's going on. What's going on is we're fighting It Lives. Pretty bad hit there, but thankfully Guppy paid out, which is pretty fantastic. I don't think this fight will be really much of a problem at all, as long as we can dodge these shots. Now we're in her constant, like, state. I don't think she's going to be spawning anything anymore, but she might. I was about to get the time to get those shots in. We're going up to the cathedral so we can go up to the chest so we can kick Blue Baby in the gonads. Might not have those, I don't know. Curse of the Lost isn't great, but we didn't have a map to begin with. So, you know, nothing gained and nothing ventured. I don't think that really helps here. We could double worm up. Wiggle hookworm. But that just hurts. I don't know. I'm gonna stave off from that. Infested gets us some spiders. It gets us more spiders when there's poop on the ground, but I don't think there's any, like... There are pots and stuff, and there are rocks occasionally, but I don't think there's going to be poop in the cathedral. Lovers could be good, actually. Could be, in, like, the worst situation kind of possible thing of just, like... I don't know, we drop it in a room like the boss fight, and if we get down to it, we have them to pick up. Personally, I think it'd be great if we could just not get to that moment in our run where we're like, let's, you know, let's not do that. Oh, you know what? Now that I've, like, had time to consider it, I think the 10-inch, 8-inch nails have a little bit of, like, kind of explosive thing, but like a burst. And that could also be definitely helping with Cricket's body. So we've got a synergy to last us a while. Some sort of weird, like, white phosphorus shells. Well, I don't know, because it's still kind of a spread. It's not exactly, you know, the Contra spread gun. Very long legs. It's kind of a pain, especially since he got a hit on us that I'm not happy with. I think there was a tinted rock in there that I missed. I will go check on, what are you? Hermit card. Doesn't really do anything for us. You are a tinted rock. Alright. So we're keeping pretty good. We've also got 73 bombs. Kind of missed that. Going in. Should be looking for our secret room a little more steadfastly. I don't think steadfastly is a real word, but might as well go with it. Just like we go into this room and fight greed, because why not? Probably because, you know, we don't want anything as petty as like a Steam sale. Bunch of money might be okay, I don't know. A Yara rune to a Yara rune doesn't do anything. Still. Okay, yeah, it's definitely like the 8-inch nails, because he wouldn't have been hit by the ground creep. But still, anything that's getting hit by the ground creep will get hit by the 8-inch nails, and therefore just like super fantastic damage altogether. Probably better, but like we could have probably saved those flies and gathered them all up for the very last, for the boss fight. It's actually a dead end. And true to the word of the curse, I'm friggin' lost. This way? No? There are enemies. To be sure. No issue, no trouble at all, these Gertie Juniors. Didn't even have to, like, play Matador. It was just kind of like, yeah, you're here. I think it's definitely the fear shot. I've undersold the fear shot and probably just actually, yeah. Safety scissors have troll bombs turn into not troll bombs. Let's go. Isaac fight is going to be really good, provided that I don't take a bunch of damage. I say as I take a bunch of damage. The only issue is that, like, because of all of our shot, like, explosions, the cricket's head, the other 8-inch nails, all of the really big explosive things, I can barely see the shots that he's pulling out and trying to hit us with, which makes it a little hard to dodge. That said, it's doing wonders, and, you know, even the more hits that he gets on us just means the more hits that we get to, like, the more damage we do. I do think there is a cap for Samson's bloodlust. But it doesn't matter because we are on the chest. And like so many times before, point, it's just absurd. We have a Yara rune to use, and we have a lot of keys that we could also use. Dark Bum, super good. All of these things. Cricket's Head. Scatter Bum, not so much. Thunder Thighs is okay. PhD is super good. Bobby Bomb is alright. You're a Taurus, so actually you're pretty awful, and I need to remember what you look like. Choose the Shadow is okay. Dark Bomb is, like, kind of the one good thing, though. I do want to save Gluttony for last, on the hopes that we get some red heart drops, just for that reason. I might as well use I Can See Forever. But do the thing. Do the thing. Oh, Dark Bomb. And I hyped you up for nothing. The hype man was here. He rolled up and said, let's do this. And you're just like, maybe later. Safety Scissors actually doing some really good work for these bombs. And kind of Humble Bundle leading the charge as well. So we can put one of these in. Get some scatter bombs at home. That has some real good potential. Or I can just run straight into the freaking... I'm not proud. You know I'm not proud. You can tell it in my voice, but like, man, that was some bad play. Right there. I would like to get some of these shots in, but I don't. We can plant bombs while we're invincible. Possibly invisible. I kind of want to, like, focus more on the dodging and not dying thing. Granted, we do have Juice of Shadow, which gets us a bunch of Spirit Heart. Really, actually only 2 now that I think about it. But it will, like, rebear us. That said, we shouldn't, because I'm pretty sure it will then turn our character post-it note thing. It will make that be whatever. I think it's Judas. I don't think it won't be Samson anymore. So, you know, let's do what we came here to do in not exactly record time, certainly not for us, but in a pretty good time. We made it to the chest in less than an hour. And I wish that I didn't have to say that, like it's like actually surprising to me. Granted, I didn't try to like fight Hush, and I didn't try to do any of the really dumb crazy stuff. So maybe that's why. I'm sure if even if we didn't really try to go for boss rush, we would have gotten a decent time. Actually, I don't know about that. Now that I've spoken it, I'm thinking we probably would have gotten an okay time. Oh my god, bad damage though. But we wouldn't have the split shots to give. So I don't think that'd be. I think we wouldn't do as well. I'm gonna pick out the tract because I want some more spirit hearts. I don't know how often we're gonna get them, but shoot, I'm willing to try. Tiny planet, let's not ruin a good thing. Granted, it isn't an active item. Out of the things that I asked for, it is not an active item. No use, Dark Bum. All right, well, We're getting in this. It's bad that we don't... The only, like, truly bad thing, as you can tell, we don't have any familiars to fight with. We do have a bunch of bombs. We almost killed ourselves with. Alright. Oh, good. Thanks. Yeah. Came in handy. Saved by the Bell. Definitely. Zack Snyder. That's not right at all. What is right is, hey, I beat a thing. We got a bloody penny. And that is an Isaac episode in the bag. If you enjoyed it, there's a like button that you can press on YouTube. There's also a dislike button, I suppose. Dislike, that's an entirely different button. That just says that I need a lot of sleep right now. But if you need more videos, there are plenty on the channel, and pretty much one, pretty much one almost every day. So you can hit subscribe if you want to see more of that. It's also streaming stuff, a lot of good things going on. As long as you just hang around the channel and look at fun stuff like Twitter and things, you're bound to find it. But otherwise, you're welcome. I don't know, you can leave now. Show's over. The lights are turning up. The credits are kind of rolling, even though we skipped past them. Now the ushers are kind of like looking at you like, excuse me, clock's ticking. I don't know where I'm going with this. I can't do endings, man. Not like JonTron can't do endings. I just had to stop at some point. I'll see you next time.